Let us continue playing Forge the Adventure Mode when we last left off. Yes, Sir Donovan, we will get to you at some point. But right now, we have a time spiral draft. So, this is a weird and chaotic set. I think it's the last full block of Magic I actually played, and I did draft a lot of Time Spiral, just Time Spiral, and a little bit of Plane of Chaos. I don't think I ever drafted Future Sight, or if I did, it was only once or twice. I was sort of getting out of the hobby at this point, and I know Lorwyn is when I did my last draft events, which is the set immediately after this, where they released Planeswalkers. That wasn't the reason. I quite liked the Planeswalkers, I just had to get out of the hobby at that point. Still, I have a lot of love for this set. Time Spiral in particular is just a love letter to all of the old archetypes, all of the old cards. They even have old frame. They also use retro framed cards, examples from Magic's history in it as well. Plane of Chaos messed with the color pie a lot, so you see a lot of cards and effects that don't do what cards in the color usually do. And then you have Future Chaos, which, Future Sight rather, not Future Chaos. Plane of Chaos, Future Sight. But it was Chaos. Future Sight. We'll get to that. But this is a fun set, and hopefully we'll get something that's interesting. I don't know if it'll be good, but I want something interesting. Norrin the Wary. Norrin is such a fun card. It's functionally useless in its own block, as far as I can tell. We might find some use for it, but it is such a fun card. Also, as I said, they have a retro frame card in each set under a purple rarity symbol, which is, which not quite mythic, because mythic is red, but basically mythic. That one we're not interested in. Norrin, unfortunately, we're not interested in. Assembly Worker we'd take if this was Time Spiral, Time Spiral, Time Spiral, because there's a chance you can get a few of these. Outrider and Core, Rebel Knights. There are things that search for Rebels. Rebels matter cards exist. Siphon Mage can end games. Suspended Bailoff is also a thing, but ultimately not that useful for us. There are some suspend cards that are extremely useful for us. Also, we just Storm and just play this. There is some Storm payoffs as well, if we get really lucky. We're going to take the Outrider, because I think that's the best overall card here. Chronotog token, if you want to skip your turn, aka the old Chronotog. I don't think we do. Wildfire Emissary, Protection White, can pump itself, not amazing. Short Nicholas, I've used in combo decks before. From cards from this very set, actually, but I don't think that's necessarily what we're going to be doing. It is a Rebel, though, so maybe it's worth taking on that basis. Rebels are in white and black, by the way, so I think if that's going to be the case... We also have to be careful. Slivers are a set here, and while this is not a bad card to take, it could just help the other slivers out more, especially as this sliver that's giving the effect of pinging everything only has one toughness. So they can do their effects, ping a bunch of things, and then ping the Quilled Sliver when they're done. Two-Head is one of the ones you want to do if you're going into slivers, generally speaking. It's Evasion, Shadow to a lesser extent, because there's a few Shadow creatures in this set. I'm going to take the Children. I don't know if... We have two Norrin the Waries in this. If we find some way to do something with it. But also... one of the Rebel payoffs immediately. When it blocks at the end of combat, destroy it, and all creatures block this down. But this can, for 5, search for any Rebel that costs 4 or less, put it into play. Which is what the Rebels all did back in whatever blocks they were from. But we can go and get this one as well. So, alright. 3 cards, 3 Rebels. However, the Amaryllis Seekers might be better, but I'm going to take this. And now we are entirely on the lookout for Rebels, and we didn't find any. I am going to take the Phyrexian Totem, though, because this is pretty powerful activated. This basically makes a Phyrexian Obliterator, which Phyrexian Token is dealt damage if its creature sacrifices that many permanents. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that is the right way around. The Phyrexian Obliterator does the opposite to this. Because it's that player sacrifices that many permanents. Oh, okay, nearly did a thing. I'll take the Gorgon Recluse, because that's at least going to be a problem on the board for 5 mana, so we'll take it. Nearly did a silly thing there. Well, we're running out of white and black cards, but we'll take the Mind Stab. Fawnscape Battle Mage, not really that interesting. Green is extremely open. If a spell would deal damage to a creature or player, prevent one of that spell. Flash flying, 2 free mana. It's not the worst. We'll take it. Okay. Well, I think that's it for our Rebel package at this point. Mana Skimmer. Deal damage to a player, tap target land. The land is untapped during the next tap step. Not really amazing. We'll put the Feebleness in the sideboard. I don't know if we want to rerunning them, but we are also... We're also out of cards, aren't we? That is not worth playing. Telekinetic Sliver, I'm going to take on a hedge, I think. Although Lethal Recall's fine. We'll take... I imagine there's no Sliver decks going out there. We're going to take the Lethal Recall. We'll take another Gorgon Recluse. Take another Feebleness into a sideboard. So it's a 4/3 or it's a 3/3 with thing. I'm gonna take a Nora in the Wary. We're not playing Nora in the Wary, but I gotta feel slightly better for him. Yeah, 2 life for each creature target player controls. This isn't amazing. I don't like life gain in general, but it's the only card that I care about in color. So we'll put it in sideboard. Eternity Snare is too expensive for what it does. We'll Glass Asp. Take the Tree Folk and take the Opening Sliver. Okay. Well, we have a start. We don't have much of a direction because we ran out of Rebels quite quickly. But that being said, we did get a Raffi Trapper. That's going to be helpful. Makers of the Coffers is not likely to be good for us, so we're going to hold back on that, even though we're in black. The Raffi Trooper, though, should be fine. Especially if we get a second one. Okay, so... Oh, and now we get another Rebel Search. Okay, we might be in... Oh, 3 Raffi Trappers? Oh, hold on. Blightseeker versus the Raffi Trapper. I think we take another Raffi Trapper. I've barely looked at those 3 packs. I might have missed something, but... Okay. Apparent Trapper is equal to your life minus the life total of an opponent with the most life. Suspend with X. Start draining for 1 until it comes into play, and then it appears as a big creature and attacks. Shivan Meteors, hurting damage to target creature, spend over 2 turns is quite funny. I think we can take a Roiling Horror here. Ooh, Necrotic Silver might be worth a pickup. That at least is something that will sacrifice and destroy it. So that's fine. Veiling Oddity is a pretty good finisher, I remember. Deadly Grub I like as well. But I think, honestly, we might legitimately take the Necrotic Sliver here. Don't want to take too many Slivers, because as I said, they power up everybody else is playing them. But this is just a 2/2 creature that can blow something up, and in fact, anything up. Urborg is probably worth a pickup here. We'll take a Blightseeker. Manative will eventually win us eventually it'll counter something, but I'm going to take the Dawn Charm instead. Muckdrub. Do we have any discard effects? 3 taps. We don't really have any spells for Seekers or anything like that. We'll take a Muckdrub though. Okay. Mantle Leadership Flash. When it gets to the feed, gets 2+. When a creature enters, +2/+2. It's not amazing. We'll sideboard it. Oh, we are just... Okay. Half our deck searches the other half of the deck, and we got 3 Raffi Trappers here. We are playing control now. I just wish we had some removal options. That's the one thing we're missing for a control game here, but we are looking okay. We'll take the Core Dirge. All damage that will be dealt to you this turn is dealt to a creature. All damage that will be dealt this turn to target creature you control by a source of your choice is dealt to another target creature instead. So it kind of it's kind of weird double strike in a lot of ways. We'll take that. Deadly Grub is fine. We'll put you in the sideboard. I don't know you're that amazing. Wishful Thinking's okay. Okay, on to Future Chaos. I love the frame. It's sort of, from what I gather, it's an unpopular opinion liking the alternate frames, but I do love the things. Alright, so any remaining rebels would be good. That is an Imp Rebel with haste. We need removal. We badly need removal. We don't have a great payoff, actually, thinking about this. We've got the Gorgon Recluses as sort of our finishers. Flying, Flanking, Suspend Free, not amazing. Sprout Swarm is a good card, but not in our colours at this moment. Bound in Silence is a rebel. We'll take it. Alright, Grave Peril is removal. It's a little weird though, but it's non-black creatures when they enter. We can sacrifice this. Not amazing, but we'll go for it. Alright. Rites of Flourishing, card I do love, but not really going to be helping us at this point. Skeleton Wizard, random shadow creatures. Nebenalia doesn't do much for us. We'll take another Grave Peril. The only creature in our colours is the only card in our colours actually is Augural Vex, so we'll put that in. Okay, so we'll take a Street Wraith. I like Street Wraith a lot. Random cycle effect, if nothing else. Massive Ghouls is just a 5/3 vanilla, but actually that might be what we want right now. I don't have a lot of good power on the board here. Flash Enchant, discard is the problem with that. If you were a rebel, we'd take you in a heartbeat, but we'll put Massive Ghouls out. Okay. Whenever another creature comes into play, remove it from the game. 100% control it in the turn. Doesn't actually help us a great deal there. Narcomoeba's fun. Narcomoeba has some fringe potential in some combo decks. But I guess... What are our discard outlets at the moment? Not many, actually, thinking about this. The problem with the Salt Skidder is it can't... If they play a creature, it doesn't actually block at all. Alright, Oblivion Crown to the sideboard. I don't think we'll run it, but we'll have it there anyway. Gift of Granite isn't useful. We'll play the Cutthroat. We could potentially use the Salt Evergone, but it's not really that useful for us. Sideboard you. Sideboard you. See, nobody wants it. We'll take a Rites of Flourishing. That's a card I just want in general. None of these are that useful. We'll take Nyx for interest. We'll take the Mesmeric Sliver, because actually Fate Sealing might be actually a reasonable effect in our actual Sliver pile. Okay. We drew 6 spells. We only have to cut 3 cards. We only have to cut 3 cards. Something has gone disastrously wrong somewhere. Muckdrub is a redirect which also has Madness, though we don't have a way to trigger the Madness, unfortunately. That cycles, that's in regardless. We need the Necrotic Sliver, weirdly. Maybe I cut that since it's not a rebel. Dawn Charm is one of a few defensive options here. We're hoping to flood the board, I think is ultimately what we're doing here. Let's get rid of the Massive Ghouls. Let's get rid of the Muckdrub as well. 24. Remove that, we're now at 23. Alright, let's add basic lands. We're going to actually go 6/10 here, because while we are definitely focused on black, we have an Urborg, which basically means all of the planes also tap for swamps. We have to be aware this also potentially fixes mana on their side. But okay, so our game plan is just tap everything down and hope we can sneak through with stuff, I think. I don't have more of a game plan than that. It is very defensive, but honestly, the fact that we can search for a lot of them as well is also going to be good for us. Okay, we have Street Wraith and we have a turn-free hasty flyer. We'll keep this. It's not doing an awful lot to be fair, but we can cycle the Street Wraith. Get our Broiling Horror in hand. That actually might be relevant. We have lost 2 life anyway, but you know. Planes. Pass the turn. Okay, they have suspended the knight, so we do have that to worry about. And good old flanking. But the good news is we are in for 2 if it doesn't do that. Ah, that's not good. We've also got a Shear and the Meteor coming down, so if I don't play a creature in 2 turns, I think they are forced to fly to their own guy. We're going to cast Grave Peril here. Pass the turn. Shiver Meteor, remove a counter. That removes the counter. Obviously, they'll order it how they want, but both of these are activating next turn. And if the AI is really silly, then they are targeting their own thing with that. We will sacrifice. And we will pass. Okay. Play Nurborg. So we can suspend this for 2 at the moment. Currently, our life total is not conducive to helping with this, so I'd rather suspend this for a bit more. We'll hold off, because I want to see if they timed this correctly. Ah, they did. Alright, we have a Dawn Charm. We're also not winning that sort of life race at the moment. We also can't just play this out as is, because it will just die. So we have a Dawn Charm for prevention things. We'll hold off turn. Declare blocks. We will play a Dawn Charm to prevent all combat damage this turn. Jaya Ballad Taskmaid is amazing, and unfortunately that is probably going to stop us from doing a lot here. Let's play out Rebel number 1. Yep, that is exactly what I feared would happen. And 2, we will suspend this for 5. But we are fighting the inevitable a little bit there. Choose a player. Target player loses 1 life. I gain 1 life. Yep. Gorgon Replace might help us a little bit. Problem is, Jaya Ballad actually kind of deals with some of that. And we're going to lose to Jaya Ballad anyway. Yeah. Alright, fine. We'll take a loss here. Right. Norin the Wary, please save us. Alright, we will play. Okay, this is a better start. We have options with this. We will keep. Swamp and go. Ooh, we also have the potential Rebel play as well. We'll play our Trapper. Okay. Planes. Dark Cavern in. Attack for 1. Can't attack or block. Well, I guess that means we're going to be allowing that to die here. Play planes. Play Vanguard. Attack for 1. Okay. Double Striker appears. Not getting a second black is really, unfortunately, annoying, but currently we can't get through this, so let's... Oh, I suppose we can. Let's tap you down. It means I can't play anything else this turn, but we'll attack here. Okay, Defiant Vanguard. Grave Peril. And we'll let you go. You paid the Echo cost. We're going to attack in. We're going to really want an extra swamp here. We're going to take the damage. So we have a combat trick for next turn, I think. We'll just have to play that up. Let's pass. Battering Sliver, that will die. Ah! Which is good. Attacks. Declare block, we're going to block here. All damage that will be dealt to this turn to a single cost shooting card. Yep. And then going to activate Core Dirge, targeting this. And we're going to redirect the damage to this and go boop, boop, boop. Destroy it and all creatures it blocked this turn. Well, we're having a good day. If I had a second black source, I had an extra white land in just to be on the cover side, didn't I? That was a mistake. That also is a problem. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. Mind Stab. We'll just kind of you discard it. We have 6 planes in this deck. We draw 5 of them. It was an absolute mistake here. The only good thing is these are all 1/2s, but Jaya Ballad kills it anyway. Oh, finally. Okay. Well, we still lose because even if we try to tap Jaya Ballad down, it actually comes and does that in response anyway. So we do this. Jaya Ballad kills the Trapper. Necrotic Sliver, though, gets us around this. We're going to pay free. Oh, cancel. Destroy target permanents. Sacrifice the Necrotic Sliver to kill that, so that's done its job. Alright, getting slightly back in our favour now. We can attack, and we'd be doing more damage on the counterplay, so let's go for it. Yeah, I'm surprised you did that, but okay. Bounded Silence isn't really needed at this point. I'm going to attack. Because currently I'm winning the race against you. Come on, give me a... give me a swamp. Let me do something. Well, that's a problem. We have a Dawn Charm. Attack, see if they want to trade here. Really bad if they do. Actually, let's get Bounded Silence. Let's not risk that. Keep going. Alright, 10 all. They did pay the cost to keep this in play for some reason. Finally! Alright, we're gonna just play this as a suspend creature here. We have 6 planes, so that is everything. Declare attacks. Let's keep going. 8 to 9. They have suspended a thing they could have just played. It does gain haste when they suspend it, so it's not entirely pointless. It just isn't amazing. You can lose a life. We drew another swamp. Declare attacks. So currently our suspended creature coming down as a 4/4. Conflagurate. We're going to Dawn Charm to counter that spell that targets us here. Drain you to have another 1. Play a Street Wraith. Play a Swamp Walk, but in theory if we can get the Earbug we can force them to have swamps. They block and ping. That's coming down next turn. That's also coming down next turn. We got a second Gorgon. Alpha Strike says win. Alright, we got a game back. Alright, we have Blightseeker into random Ilvec. They haven't shown any shadow creatures. That's basically an unblockable 1/3. We keep this. If we can avoid Jaya Ballad, I think we'll do okay here. Swamp and Pass. Bloodthirst, flanking. Okay. Let's play planes. Let's then play ourselves. Thinking. Yeah, we'll play the shadow creature now. There goes fired it. Okay, well, I ate a removal spell. Not the worst. We'll save you for when we need you. Let's play out our trapper. Time for one. We'll take it. It's Tom. Now we're in trouble. Let's cycle the Street Wraith. Did get another land. We need one more of those. Let's play another rebel. Unfortunately, this is a rebel that Tom can just kill, but what can we do? Attack for one. Defiant Vanguard cannot be blocked in that way, so we do this. And we stay back. In your combat, we'll tap down your free. We will choose not to block here. Oh, god darn it, Jaya Ballard! Go away! I have so few ways to deal with you. Also, playing the Sliver means I have to play and activate the Sliver. If I had the Sliver in play instead I hadn't done that, I'd have been fine. Okay. Bound in Silence. Tom hits for one. Jaya Ballard immediately attacks and does that. Sure, I can't really do a lot here. Just gonna tap you down in response. We got another trapper, but it's not gonna matter. Jaya Ballard can now just start machine gunning all that. You drew that in all 3 games. You drew that in all 3 games. Oh well. To be fully clear, I don't think we drafted this especially well, but Jaya Ballard is one of those cards that is really difficult to deal with. Flanking also on this just really hurts, because we can only die ourselves by doing that. Alright, we've got a Gorgon Recluse up. This might actually weirdly get us back into this. We are 1 mana away from being able to Necrotic Sliver Jaya Ballard. We know we're going to lose the Raffi Trapper here anyway. Okay, Plains. Necrotic Sliver. AKA remover of Jaya Ballard. Okay, well, not impossible. I never say it's impossible, but this is going to take some coming back to. Tom is still there. Battering Sliver as well. Second Gorgon Recluse. Tap for 2. I will take that trade all day long. They have bound in silence our own creatures. That is probably now game. We'll play the Roiling Horror for suspend 2. Just to try and keep us alive a little longer here. We're going to Dawn... we'll Dawn Charm here. Drain you for 1. Cord Urge. Unfortunately, that's only damage to creatures. No, we don't want to play Roiling Horror. I'm going to be honest with you. Again, I could have played it, put it in the graveyard. There might be some fringe benefit to it, but we are cooked here. Well, that was disappointing. We'll collect our 1 reward, which is 1 Time Spiral Booster. Oh, that's... I mean, to be fair, it's what happens. You don't win drafts very often. Certainly I don't. Got a Lotus Bloom, though. Quite happy with that. That might have some fringe usefulness later. We got distracted by about 3 different strategies and didn't get any decent rebels after that point. But hey, there were options. Jaya Ballad, though, is really difficult to deal with. It is one of the cards, if you see it in the draft, you have to pick it up. It just, yeah. 3 mana, just 3 damage to something every single turn without fail. Anyway, now that we've done that, we need to actually report back on our pest control here. So let's go and use our Void Coin. Hello again, we're leaving. And head back down this way. How far down are we going? Right the way down there. Do we know what these are? Why did I not look at these last time? Oh well, it's fine. Unicorn's Village has a draft of... Okay. That's one we're doing. Probably next time. Well, I say next time. Next time I have a spare quest to do things on. Or the Spark, you say. Jeez. Okay, well, Final Fantasy I'm not that invested in. We'll have a look at these, since I clearly haven't been through here, or at least if I have, I didn't look at these too hard. Lush Portico is fine. We'll take one of those, since we've got the coins for it. And we'll have a look at the kill spells. Response Resurgence is probably fine, but none of the other cards I'm that interested in. Okay, we'll head off. Oh, dude, the real kicker is going to be when I find out there's a triple champions Kamigawa or something, or an invasion block or something really janky around here. Okay. Let's go. Bandits Town has a Kaldheim. We might have even been here before. I just need to make sure that I've got these on the map if I'm doing them. Which actually, I haven't been. And for you, Corset 2020. And you have a Smoldering Marsh, Seed Academy, nothing else I particularly care about. Before we move on, we will go and check out these 2 towns before we... Or at least this town. Before we head off. Scars of Mirrodin. That's an old set. Not one I've drafted, not one I've played a lot of particularly, but still, that's an interesting option. So, I mean, all the Tarkia sets, all of the Scars of Mirrodin, all of the Innistrad, those are things I wouldn't mind drafting. I don't think we've found an original Innistrad block yet. That would be something to do. In the meantime, an Adept Res Wizard is challenging me and whatever deck I happen to have installed at this point. We will play. It's for Slivers. We'll keep the hand that does nothing. Marsh Flat Strength for 2. Oh, you killed my snake. Hope you're happy. Volcanic Island and Ice. Just the 1-3 defending reach is so good. We don't have a green source. Hi, Stirrings. We now have an egg counter on this. Yeah, okay. So whenever a source does. So when this dies, we do get flying tokens back, which is quite nice. Green? No. We'll play out a Thrumming Highfall. So, Slivers with basically no effect. How good are they really? Good question. Good enough. That is a 7-1 Blistering Firecat. Lightning bolted the thing. They played another hasty guy. We block with the Hive. Put an egg counter on that. We obviously want that to resolve first. Then that to resolve second. We will auto that. We will play out our predatory. No, we will not play out a predatory level. We still don't have a source for it. Play out another Highfall though. And yeah, gotta be aware that we're gonna have some 7/1s potentially on our door. We will attack with everything that isn't the insect token for the moment, I guess. Actually, yeah, we'll just start with these two. Arclight Phoenix. Well, glad we get you back. Mountain, 2-head sliver, and that should be game. It was probably game anyway, but still. You gave me a bit of a run for my money. Don't like that. Another lightning bolt. That's definitely on the sell pile. Random Golem. We're not too interested in fighting you. I do want to find... How far down are we? How far do we have to go? Not that far, okay. Just wondering if I was on for a legendary walk or something. The draft here is Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Actually, one thing I should think about picking up, actually. Yeah, we're going to pick up some steel boots. We're now going to make ourselves slightly faster. And also give ourselves an extra hit point over the leather boots. So as up, we're now up 1 additional point of life in battle. So I think we're now nearly starting with 20. Also, we are imperceptibly slightly faster than we were previously. Will it make a huge difference? Not really, but we'll do it anyway. I don't know if we've been to this town. Let's find out. If we did, we would have noticed it. That's a Modern Horizons 1. Okay. Also, Plane of Planeswalkers. Teferi's pretty up there in terms of them. Wait, why do you cost 4? This is the alchemy one that costs 1 more for some reason. Hold on. Yeah, this is the rebalanced Teferi. The original Teferi cost 3. I call hacks. I want the original Teferi. I don't want that. I don't want the alchemy hacked version. Nothing I can't handle. We'll take our booster pack as a reward. Some shards, some golds, old Rutstein, and a few more random insect cards, including some random toxic things. Insects to control, insect cards in the graveyard, hand and library, perpetually gain toxic 1. Sure, I was looking at that sort of pile, and that's the thing that sort of helps that out. Nope, that was a different pile I was trying to build. I was definitely looking at some insect nonsense. Maybe I just didn't save it. This is my zombie nonsense. We might get back to that in a moment, but we'll head here for now. We'll give Izzet Punter a bit of a run. Okay. But definitely we have potential to build some insect stuff. So, with that done, what do we do now? I guess we head north and towards castle area, and then we might actually go to a swamp. We might get back to a swamp and just deal with the Donovan stuff. I assume I looked into here. Kaldheim. We can go back for the Modern Horizons draft as well. That is an option we have, but at this stage I'm pretty happy just going and randomly explore things. Tarkir Dragonstorm. We've seen a few of those. You would be Eva Drift. Or the Mad Max Racing one. Zendikar Rising. I remember opening some Zendikar Rising. I've played this original Zendikar over. There's a menagerie over on the right hand side. I'm wondering if we want to go there. But I do want to find the central location because I think that's important. We will keep this. Allosaurus Shepherd. We will go Volcanic Island and a Dragon Race Channeler. call the servant. Scalding Tarn, crack it for another volcanic island. Get punished when they decide they have other things here, or get punished when they have a blood moon or something in the wrong color. Tap 2 and pass. I could have played Charter Course there. Should have played Charter Course there. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think we're under any real threat against this deck at the moment. Let's attack again. We're going to Lightning Bolt your other creature. Dragon Mage to a graveyard. They trade. Shadow Course. Once we get to our main 2. Shadow Course. Lightning Bolt to graveyard. I don't think we need it. Okay. Mountain. Play an Enigma Drake. Declare attacks. Lightning Bolt you. Really doesn't matter at this stage. Attack for 5. And a few more. Because of course we are. Alright. Some gold, Towering Titan, another Overgrown Tombs, nice. Hex Drink is okay. Onwards, and the menagerie calls, but we want to get to the Green City, I think. I think that's a reasonable aim. Just get ourselves to that navigation point, and then just see what we find on the way through. Wildsville Drain. Any interesting lands we want? We'll take the Raffin's Tower. That's a tri-land we don't have at the moment, but I think we're fine other than that. We can outrun the Fox. No, we can't avoid you. Apprentice Green Wizard, who was definitely wearing white robes. We will face him. We'll keep that. It's not the best, but it'll be fine. We have 2 creatures as an advantage point and 19 life. We should be fine. Island, declare attacks. Shadow Course. Volcanic Island, Gunner Snake. Attack for 2. Okay. Mountain, Lightning Bolt this. Deal 2 damage to you. And attack for 4. We're definitely getting to the stage where most of the low-level enemies are not a concern for us at this stage. Which is why we're mostly looking towards dungeons and bosses a lot here. Still, I still want to find out what's here. The Flowering Clearing has a Outlaws Thunder Junction draft. Okay. Continuing north, we were actually fought back by a Goblin Fanatic who was, I believe, faster than us. We will keep this. Island and go. Okay, when it's actually control creature 4 or greater, double strike. Okay, not a problem for right now. Volcanic Islands. We'll play a. Actually, we'll attack for 2 first. We'll see what they do. Main 2, Thriller Possibility. Discarding a mountain. 2. Junt Hackblade. Currently don't control a multicolored permanent. I'm curious what you think you're gaining out of this. Okay, mountain. Bolt you. We can Is it Charm as well? Yeah, well, Is it Charm as well? We have creature pressure at this stage, and the other 3/4 in Ether Drake we can play next turn. They also had a 3/4. Sulphur Falls. Enigma Drake. And we pass the turn there. Okay, this might be a thing. Yeah, I guess we take 5. Egg counter number 1. Alright, so we need to kill this, really. Sulphur Falls. We're 1 away from Shark Typhooning, which is definitely on the agenda for things to do. Let's play this defensively here. Okay, 3+1/+1 counters among Gully the Generous. Oh, that's terrifying. But at least they didn't put it on a Trampler. That would have been extremely bad for us. Okay. So, how do we break this one then? I mean, honestly, we're only breaking the Jund Tack Blade at this point. So, blocking with you. I'm going to cast a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, block with you. I will also block you there. Say, okay, we're going to Lightning Bolt the Hackblade. Make an insect. We now have a 4/4. We now also have a Shark Typhoon. So now, whenever we play a non-creature spell, we will get a Shark token of that mana cost. The problem is, we are still looking kind of bad here. I'm going to have to hold the Drake back, though, unfortunately. Declare block with you. And he's a Dragon Rage Channeler, which we're going to have to sacrifice because we need spells now. I'm going to keep the mountain in hand because we might want discard fodder. Fate's Living in the Bin would be a lovely thing to have right now, but we don't have it. We are very definitely losing this. Declare blocks. We will block you, the Dragon Rage Channeler, and we will take spell. God darn it. Yeah, we just lose this, don't we? I need the spell there to just have a shark, ultimately. I guess? Zedru's Spellbook, please save me? Something I can cast, please. That'll weirdly do. Because I get a free flying shark off of it. That means I'm alive 1 more turn, but I'm on 1. Okay. Also, that gains double strike, so... Alright. Yeah, okay. No, I have lost this. I can keep it going for 1 more turn, but I have genuinely lost this. Because I wanted to block here, and then block here, but obviously I'm taking 8. We'll still do it. Well, we lost. That means that deck needs some work. It means we're going to move back to our Rakdos pile for the moment. Okay. I complained, I said I could deal with the grunts and then just lost to a grunt. They had to prove me wrong. I respect it. Okay. We are up to this place. We heal. And here we find ourselves with an Aether Draft. And we will leave the town in apparent disgust. Where are we in relation? We're quite close. Okay, good. Head up to here. Finding ourselves a Marvel Spider-Man draft we're going to ignore. Random cave, but also welcome to the Forest Homes, where we have an inn, and it is Bloomburrow, which I guess is thematically appropriate. We are going to sell 3 cards, because I put them on the sell pile. Explosive growth. Raya's interesting in explosive growth, but I suppose it is. Oh, nuts. Oh, these... I was about to say, if we had some random Acorn cards here, then something's gone disastrously wrong. More scroll token nonsense. There are some things we could do with that, but we'll hold off. Spirit of the Hunt. What's in the Smith? Oh, this allows us to find random cards if we spend a lot of coins for it. For example, I think we looked before. If we want to go for a red uncommon from Modern Horizons 2, for example, of which there are, you know, not that 9 possible cards, it would cost us an awful lot to do that. We're not interested in that, really. The arena we might be interested in. I am interested in the thing, because we know from here we get 1 more gold. Also get the teleport to green. Okay, so we now have the teleport back here whenever we need it, which is honestly all we really need from here. The green dungeon is definitely on the list of things I want to be doing. But for right now, we have a Sir Donovan who has been extremely patient with us. So we're going to go and do that now. And by now, I probably actually mean next time, because I still have to go down there anyway. Also, on the way down, there is the graveyard. I don't remember which one of these 2 it was, but we might have to visit. So, next time, we are back here. Until then.